Yo guys, it's UMAR here and I am with
HK Row.
Yes sir, and we are in Chester's right now.
Madness.
Different location. By the way, before we get started, add me on Snapchat, is going to be right here, and follow me on Instagram, is going to be right here, and also add his Snapchat, is going to be right there, and follow HK Row on Instagram, it will be right there too. And it'll also be in the description down below.
Make sure you definitely follow it and add the snap. Make sure you do it. Don't forget, it's important you get notified. So add them. Even if we don't know you, don't feel awkward, just add them, okay? Add the snaps.
You'll get updated when our next video comes out.
That's the one, and you
stay tuned.
So,
but yeah,
okay.
It's been a while.
It's exciting though.
It's been a while.
I think this could be the best one yet. The topics are out of.
We got loads of topics to talk about, but we'll try to be as fast as we can.
You'll see by the title. Wow, what the we're on a huge madness. Not just a madness.
Huge madness.
That's right. So let's get down.
There's a new place in Preston.
It's called Ram Ranch. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Place literally with American flag, and a lot of people have been going there and they've been wearing cowboy hats.
Cowboy hats, honestly. And if you've heard about the stories in Ram Ranch,
if you heard of the song called Ram Ranch, then you'll know what we're talking about.
Do you think they're somehow related to each other, Ram Ranch and the...
Actually crazy, because we both passed it before, right?
And we saw the
cowboy hats, everyone with the belt as well,
and they were doing like, yeah. That's crazy.
That place is dodgy, bro.
Bro, everyone who comes out of there, they all am I right or not?
Off the heads, isn't it?
For real, like 1,500 likes, we'll go there ourselves.
Bro, that's a bet. Also, by the way, we're gonna have a fat scran right at the end of Chester's. So it's gonna be happening right at the end. So stay tuned for the fat scran. Keep watching it until the end.
Tuned.
But we got the YouTube play button over here.
It's in the square. You know, what I was noticing though about Ram Ranch, have you noticed the women who go into Ram Ranch, they're very similar. Like they act the same, they all have the same personality in there.
Shall I tell you why? All girls are the same.
You know what? That theory could be true. That could be true. Because have you ever like met someone and then met someone else and they're the exact same person?
100%.
Bro, what? You put the same messages, same emojis? What the
There's something happened recently.
Yeah.
The reason why I say all girls are the same is because we saw this one girl. Well, we spoke to a few of them, but we saw this one particular that we knew and she knew us. Remember when we sat down on the bench and literally we saw this girl coming on the left side, walking straight towards us. And then basically we both saw straight eye to eye contact. But guess what she did? Tell them what she did.
She ate phone.
She got her phone out, walked past us, literally walked past us and pretended to be on the phone.
I don't know if it probably nerves, you know. I'm
thinking at least you could have just said hello. But why would you just ignore us even though we've been talking for quite a while? I'm mind blown by that.
For real. Do you know what else has happened recently? Some messages have been the same. It feels like deja vu. You get a message from someone and you think, I received that message 15 times before that message by other people, and it's the exact same words, the exact same word, and the way they say it's the exact same. It's like, what the It almost feels like you're in a video game with the same dialogue from a different person.
Also recently in the past as well, you've messaged some girls and they said pretty much the same exact thing.
Same message, same emoji, same emoji, explanations, same... What?
It's crazy.
Isn't it like... It's almost like we're in GTA 6 before it came out.
We're living in a simulation.
Bro, it's like, I feel like we're in GTA 6.
Bro, talking about GTA 6, bro. That's coming out next year.
Bro, everyone's been waiting for it for ages. Do you ever feel now like you've been waiting for it for so long now you're not that bothered?
Definitely, 100%.
I don't really care about it anymore. I've been waiting for that long. It'll be 13 years to the point now it's like...
It's taking forever.
Now. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same feeling.
Wait, when did GTA 5 come out? 2013, right? So 2013, and now we're in 2025.
But do you want to know something crazy? The age we was when GTA 5 came out will be the same age for some people when this comes out. When that game came out, those people are now 13.
That's
The
crazy.
people born when that came out are now 13.
Do you reckon GTA 6 will be delayed again? Because they delayed it quite a few times.
Personally, if they do at that point, who gives a shit about that?
At that point, they're just ruining
They've
the.
already ruined it now.
They're just trying to ruin
They
it.
could have just brought out a basic game in a different city, people would have appreciated it. Now,
They were focusing more on Red Dead Redemption.
yeah, like, fair enough, but now at this point, I'm just like, unless you do something where I can win real money, am I that ass?
We need GTA 6, Rockstar Games, we need GTA 6.
Apparently, there's going to be a new law now where you have to scan it with your electronic ID. So if you don't have that, they can't get the game anyway.
Is that the new thing that's happening?
new.
The future of life.
And it's looking dark. It's looking really, really.
With AI and stuff like that.
I'm just still laughing when you said all girls are the same. There's times where they're not, but then they are. Do you get my point? So they're not the same.
It's on and off.
They have different attitudes. Some are shy, some aren't. But then they still have the same type of.
Attitude.
In a way, yeah.
The way they act and stuff like that.
Yeah, me personally, I prefer ones who will be loud with me, but then quiet with others. So what I mean by that is they'll be they'll be loud with me. They will not loud as in rude, like we can have a laugh, we can talk together and this. But then when it comes to other people, they're quiet. They don't go shouting, talking to loads of people, getting you in fights, doing any of that weird shit. 'Cause no one wants that. And if you've got someone like that now, please just do yourself a favour and tell her, get out of here.
I got some advice for relationships. So if you're a guy and you're in a relationship right now and you have some doubt or feelings about your girl, like let's just say for example she's talking to another guy, or she's been, I don't know, let's just say she's been messaging strangers. Have you seen that UDY?
Of course I've seen UDY, yeah.
Where he quotes people
Catches
cheating and stuff.
Yeah.
What is the point being in a relationship knowing the fact that if your girl is gonna
I
start
can answer that. The reason they do it is comfort. So what I mean by that is they want to feel love, but they don't understand. It's like that thing I used to say back in the past. If you're thirsty, don't choose poison. It makes sense though. They feel so lonely that they're willing to be disrespected. Don't do it. Just don't do it. It's like, look at yourself in the mirror. Realise why you're not really desired. Like if I were to look at myself, you'd see what's the one thing you need. Money. You need this, you need that. Don't mean you need money to get a woman. Of course you don't. If you need money for a woman, then you've got a gold digger in itself. UDY again.
gold diggers. There's a lot, bro. There's loads of gold diggers out. You know what's funny? And this is actually the reality. They'll see you got loads of money, bro. They'll be licking your ass 24/7. They'll be onto you.
I feel like not all though. I don't feel like all. I feel like some can't be bought.
You know, high standards and stuff like that.
I feel like not just even that. Some just a very rare amount. I feel don't really care about money. This is what I'm trying to say. Is they just want a basic life. So what I mean by that is they just want someone who can provide, but you don't have to over provide. Some women they go, I want RSD, I want this and that.
Therefore, the Asian type of girls,
Fuck.
literally, they got high egos.
And then you'll get some women who say, I want you to have money, but I don't need you to be rich. Have a basic amount of money. If you want a family, you need a basic amount. That's fair.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy nowadays? The generation is cooked. It's definitely cooked.
Not ours, but a little bit of ours, a little bit.
But I'm saying like nowadays, this generation where we're in now, 2025, generation beta is the bruh. Even that word itself,
Alpha, beta, both.
beta itself sounds gay. We're cooked. We're literally cooked.
Do you know what else I want to talk about?
Yeah.
You know, now that you've just said that.
Just talking about earlier before, how we're talking about money, right? Obviously, nothing is free in this world, right? A lot of these influencers on Instagram and social media, when they say, oh, money doesn't bring you happiness.
But that's not true because they have the money.
Don't listen to anyone that says money doesn't bring happiness. Shall I tell you why? This is the reason. Money does bring you happiness because as long as you got lots of money,
You have freedom.
anything you want with, you can go on a holiday, vacation, anywhere you want. You can buy a car, you can buy a house.
The only time money will not bring you happiness is if you sold your soul for that money. Because then you'll never be happy. Because I don't want to get into it because everyone's going to call me a schizo. But if you know what you have to do for some sort of, if you know the top richest people in the world. I'm not going to say they're not hardworking, but I'm not going to say they got there without help either. So that's all I'm going to say anyway.
I feel like most of the popular famous people nowadays, when they're on camera, they act happy and stuff, but I guarantee as soon as the cameras are switched off,
Bro, they sold their soul.
bro,
They sold their soul.
literally,
Like,
they are the most depressing people on earth.
facts. Like, they rely on lots of weird stuff.
That's why, obviously, I'm at 100,000 subscribers right now, but I'm still humble.
Yeah, of course.
At least I'm giving attention back to people.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not like other famous people where they don't respond at all. Like, flip that, they're trying to bougie or something.
You still even say hello to people if they say hello to you, you know, and not ignore you.
Like that. That one girl we saw outside that day,
Yeah.
and hello?
Straight past. That was...
Straight walked past us like she didn't know us.
You know, now that you mentioned that, girls, right, listen, if you like someone and you fancy someone, listen, just hear me out. If you think not telling him you like him will solve anything, you will just go about your life knowing it could have been a yes or a no. Who likes unpredictability, non-resolved? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who likes stuff that aren't resolved? No one likes stuff that's not resolved.
That's not fixed.
Yeah, stuff that's not finished.
Like you don't want to regret.
Yeah, no regret, no option, no.
Yeah, see.
You think they don't like you, or you think maybe...
Even if they don't like you and you like her, just move on. There's plenty of more fishes in the sea.
But this is mostly specifically for girls.
Go on.
Because a lot of them now, they don't tell you that they like you.
100%.
They'll just expect you to get a sign because they asked for something or they did something.
They just ask you like some random question to give you that hint of a starter.
Yeah, legit. How are we supposed to know? Just look, if you do, make it more clear, or just simply ask them to do something with you. Like, I'm serious right now, listen to this part. If you like someone, just say, as a woman, just say, what are you doing on Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever day? And just say, would you want to do something together? And see how it goes. Just see, just check. What do you reckon though about that? You think they should, shouldn't they?
I feel like nowadays what women should do is they should be a bit more strict within themselves. So let's just say if they are in a relationship, they could, well, most of the times, this is what I think, right? Let's just say you go up to any random woman, you ask for her number or something like that. 9 times out of 10, she's going to say she has a boyfriend, isn't it?
I think that's good in a way.
Good
If
in a
they
way
do-
and also bad in a way.
Why
Tell me
bad?
why bad? Because sometimes, not all of them, but some of them, the guy will try to rephrase their words to try and get into their heads. Once they figure out how to pull them, then that's it. Once they put their phone number into the guy's phone, it's game over.
So
Instagram,
I think
whatever
I get what you're saying. You're saying if they stop to talk to them,
Then giving
and she has a boyfriend.
details and stuff. Yeah, and she has
okay. If you are her boyfriend, you are a cuckold. You literally like people touching your woman. That's number one. And if you are that woman, you don't deserve a boyfriend.
Might as well just get straight to the point right at the start. Just say, nope, I have a boyfriend, I'm in a relationship, I don't want to talk to you. Walk off. Done.
I'm more old-fashioned. I like a woman who won't show any boy any attention but only show it to you. That in itself, I don't, you already know they like you. It shows they're committed to something. This is the type of woman you want to be with. You don't want to be with a woman that will hug the bouncer, hug 5 boys and then come up to you
Flip
and
that.
go, I love you, let's go and do this. Let's go into a booth, for example. And when we're in the booth, let me go flirt. How do I say it? Your wife is not in a club. Your wife is not in a club. If you think you're going to find a wife in a club, that's like a fish looking for food in a net. You're caught.
Game over.
Game over. You're literally divorced by 30 summer. Your kids don't love you. And now they've transgender now.
Oh my god. Oh my days. I just had something in my mind. This is another crazy topic. It's something kind of similar. This is something so cooked nowadays and they're not even doing anything about it. So many simps out there in this entire universe. And the reason why is people pay their own money to go on OF. I'm not going to say the full word, but you know what I mean. OF, where the women
Do certain acts for money.
inappropriate stuff and they get paid millions out of that shit. Millions, not thousands, millions.
This is why I don't just blame women though. It's not just women's fault. If you're a guy and you buy that, you are worse than that woman. Why are you worse than her? Because she sold herself, but you helped her perform her act. If you didn't pay and no one else paid, she would be doing it for free, which would mean she's just mental in the head. Because we know most of these women who get naked, they're not just doing it for free, they want that money. Don't get me wrong, they're not good in doing it, and you should never wife anyone who does.
And most of the time, they're not even that attractive as well.
Well, to me, you could be the most beautiful woman in the world, but if you do OF, you are unattractive to me. Like, I don't feel attracted to you. Like, I don't want to go near you. You want to show your... You want to do that? Sure, but you're not a wife type, and you never will be to high-valued people. Maybe some simp will. Some simp will.
Simps.
But so they go for the weak ones, the ones who are like simps who they can control. So they want to be like a man in a relationship with them. And I feel like they love having control. And it's always, I've noticed this, when you ask them what their life story was, their life has always been shit. They've always been abused, touched by their daddy. They've had a shit upbringing, this and that. And it's their head up. Sure, it's not an excuse to do OF, but what I'm trying to say is, and do you know what's crazy is there are some now who are growing up in good families and doing it, but thank you to Jewish propaganda. Who do we blame?
The Jews.
It is. Just do your research now. Who owns Cornhub? Who owns OF? Who owns the rap labels? Do you know the ones that sing about I want to rape, kill, murder, that? Who sings about all of this? Who does the school systems? Who teaches transgenders? Who did the first transgender surgery? Look it all up and you will notice it's always the
Jews. Also watched something quite a while ago on Instagram Reels. You know the ChatGPT logo. So if you duplicate it and combine it together, it's like get closer, it brings the star sign. They want to control. That's what they want to do. The government everywhere in this whole world, they want to control everyone. Back in 2009 and 2010, around that
early 2000s,
when we were kids, we didn't have mobile phones. The only thing that we had was probably
maybe a computer, a laptop, maybe.
Yeah.
I still had a laptop,
but nowadays, and the parents are doing a terrible job.
This is my point about you can't get mad at the water, get mad at the pipe bringing out the water. Because we're mad at the parent, but what have the government done? They said you smack your kid, we'll take him away from you. They said you don't work enough jobs, you won't have shelter for your kids. So it's inevitable. It's going to happen unless you be really strict. And I mean you raise them like a soldier.
The phone is the biggest distraction on this planet.
You're right. You want to know why it's a distraction? Because we let it be. What I mean by that is you could do anything you want nowadays, but what the problem is where there's solutions for things, there's also distractions. So for every good thing, there's about 60 bad things. If you look at TikTok in China, just change your VPN to China and TikTok. And that's why they don't let you do VPN. Their TikTok teaches you what to do, like Kung Fu and stuff. Our TikTok shows you how to slut drop. And how to be a slut or how to be a roadman. Or brain rot, like shaking your ass.
You get brainwashed.
Why the hell are people famous for shaking their ass? Well, me
whoever made OF, right? They need to ban OF. They need to ban TikTok, because I swear down, when TikTok didn't exist, life was so good.
I feel like after 2020, things went weird.
Definitely.
Very weird.
When YouTube was the main social media, and then obviously, Instagram, Snapchat. Well, I feel like, what you're saying.
It's a paradox though, do you not think? Like, we think it's shit because they have TikTok, and the people before us think it's shit because they had YouTube, and the people think that was shit before them thought MTV was shit, and the people before that thought TV was shit, and the people before that thought radio was shit, the people before that thought music was shit, and I feel like that's what they do. They put this control on you slowly. I feel like
now, you know what's crazy, and I was thinking about this every single time, right? Ever since COVID happened in 2020, right? Life hasn't been the same in the UK.
Do you know there's one guy who said it was like a timeline? I don't know if this is true. I think this is too deep. Like, apparently we've gone from one timeline into this weird timeline.
Is that what someone predicted or something?
Yeah. I don't know if that's true, but if it was, imagine.
2022 or 2023 onwards, people don't even go out anymore. It's just like still in lockdown or something. Like, even right now, nobody walking out.
Stop there. That's so true. I saw more people outside in lockdown than I do now.
Facts.
Tell me how that's possible, unless you go to city centre, but that obviously is always been...
Everyone just hibernating in the house. I don't even know. I get bored in the house. I want to go out. But
Like, I haven't seen one person
it's just so
that I've seen in college and school in ages. When was the last time you seen someone you knew? It's been a while.
ages, bro.
So another guy we haven't seen in a while, near home, Bargains.
Oh my
Our boy.
We won't say his name, but he's my favourite YouTuber. Biggest hint I gave away.
Not just yours, mine too now. So if you know, and you're watching this video, just know,
If you know, you know.
come home Bargains again. Tell him.
My favourite YouTuber in the Home Bargains. He was on a crazy one. He was telling us stories about his personal life, what he's been doing.
I thought it was very cool.
He actually opened up to us as well. We never thought he'd actually say the things that we didn't expect him to say.
I think it was cool. What do you think? I think it was pretty
He's
cool.
actually being a legend as well.
Yeah.
And then when he realised who I was, when I showed him my YouTube channel, this guy was completely mind blown. Remember what he said? He said, "Adventure." That was too funny.
Adventure.
Bro, we were crying.
But if you're watching this video,
Send me a message if you're curious about what we're on about.
oh
get
yeah,
it
add
right
the snaps, innit? The new snaps.
Add us on Snapchat and Instagram.
For everyone out there.
Mine will be right here. HK will be on his side.
I'm holding it. Ooh.
And it'll also be in the description below. So click on that link.
Once again, if we don't know you, just add us.
Just add us, follow us. And yeah, that's it. And also, moving on. By the way, the camera's changed because that Canon camera's battery's finished, so different camera.
Using a different camera.
What we have here, Chester's Fat Scran Madness.
Gives you games. Look at
So we're gonna have this just right at the end, so keep watching the video. Anyway, I got one crazy thing that happened, and you were there on this day.
It was awkward.
We were basically in the gym, right? And we saw this guy in Pure Gym, by the way. If you're from Preston, and if you go to Pure Gym, one of the PT, personal trainer, he literally looks like No Life Shaq, the YouTuber who reacts to your music videos and stuff. If you go in there, I swear I'm not even capping, there's a guy who literally looks like No Life Shaq, looks like a clone of him, isn't it? And at one point, we were doing the chest workout, right?
Yeah.
And he comes up to you and he says, "Are you Australian?"
Because the woman asked me.
Or the woman asked, the woman asked him to tell you if you were Australian, right? I said to you, okay, let me go and ask this guy as a laugh. Don't know if anyone asked you before, but you look like No Life Shaq. I go up to this guy, I bust him with my right fist. He was just casually walking. I'm like, bro, just stop, I'm talking to you. Like, why are you carrying on walking?
Bro, I was laughing.
He doesn't say a word at all. He just carries on walking like nothing happened. I'm thinking to myself, is this guy dumb or something? I'm like, bro, at least just stop. It's just a 1 minute conversation.
Not even a minute, 20 seconds even.
Probably less than a minute. I go to him, are you busy? Guess what he just does? Just nods his head like that. He just goes straight, collects some few dumbbells, and then goes back to the two women that he was speaking to. I'm thinking to myself, bro, this guy's a simp, bro. These are the ones that he's the type of guy that would put hoes before bros.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed in personal training, or like in jobs for example, the personal trainer, have you noticed that he put effort in with the women, and for the men they go, so you lift it, drop the weight, you're done. For the woman, come here, do you need special help?
Yeah, I've
Do you want me
seen
to,
that.
after work, I'll come help you. I am not busy, I can do it whenever. Tomorrow, next week. For example, now let's cut to the male part. Go ask me if you can have an extra 5 minutes. I can't, mate. I'm cutting even half an hour after because I need to go home. I'm really busy. Sorry, mate. I'll do it another time. See you, mate.
The guys always acts like a piece of shit to another guy, but when it comes to a lady, they act totally different. Bruh, just be yourself. Why switch attitudes between like one person and another person? You know what I mean? Just at least be flipping more. At least be respectful.
It's like in jobs as well. Have you noticed? For example, a woman will climb up to the top rank if it's like let's just say for example, a sales job, and you'd be like, oh, I didn't even sell half the shit I sold. How the f are they higher than me? And they'll make up some bullshit, but in reality, they may have done it to get a, or the boss just really likes them. And do you know what's creepy is half these people have wives and
Oh
they're
my
still
days.
after.
No, bro. clocked on something on top of my head that I was supposed to say earlier before on this podcast. Remember how we talked about that one girl outside that we saw, and she saw us and we spoke to her in the past, and she knew who we were. She saw us and she walked past us, right, pretending that she was on the phone call, right? Not long ago, a couple of months ago, we went to Blackpool and I saw this one girl that was from my graphic design classroom that I used to do in back in college.
And she ignored you.
And I saw her with the blue hair at Blackpool
You went
Pleasure
up
Beach.
to me. You went up to me and said, "I know her."
Yeah.
Do I know her? And I was like, "You probably got someone you don't know." As soon as I say that, she walks past and goes,
And she got like
"Do the
some,
motion, show them."
like, she got like a piece of paper. But what she did was very similar thing. Covered herself like this and walked past. So I couldn't see her face. She was hiding her face like this and just
And showing the distracted.
I'm thinking to myself, I look back here and I'm thinking,
No way.
that's literally her.
You thought you were being deceived, didn't you?
I thought to myself, what the hell is going on here? I think that's how you know all girls are the same. Whether you like that or not, it's the truth. Whether you don't believe in me now,
Or tomorrow.
in a few years' time, you'll come back to this and you'll be like, it's UMAR was right. Like I said, it was a similar incident that happened. Walked past like nothing. They didn't know me. What? Chester's fat scran. I'm just having the chips right now. Or fries, should I say. Bro. But people are so fake nowadays. As I was trying to say before about the guy who looks like No Life Shack in the Pure Gym, personal trainer guy. They had no respect, no manners.
No manners. If you're busy, you can at least say, "Sorry, I'm busy now." Not
exactly.
just go, "Look at me."
And he just carries on walking. Am I a ghost? Am I John Cena? You can't see me. Literally.
Same with the phone situation.
Yeah, literally.
All gym instructors are the same. For real though, gym instructors are legit the same. They act the same.
They try to act like they're all bulky and shit. Talking about being bulky and shit.
Oh yeah.
People nowadays, like influencers and stuff like that, on the media and even outside, like nowadays, they'll tell you, like, let's say you go to some guy who looks massive, they'll say, "Oh, you gotta eat this and you gotta eat that, like a certain amount, blah blah." But reality is, what do? They take steroids.
He's right. What I don't get as well is when people give you a plan that everyone else had. Because what works for them might not work for you. Your genetics might not take carbs as well as someone else's genetics.
Exactly.
For example, there could be someone like you who puts no weight on.
I can eat anything, I still won't gain out.
Okay, now would I recommend you the same meals as me? Of course not. I'd recommend you more. That way you can put on more weight.
I'm pretty sure most of you will know who Anatoly. He's a beast.
Bro, it's strong as hell.
If you see his videos on Instagram and stuff like that, he goes to like the big guys who take steroids and stuff.
And he makes them look stupid.
And he, yeah, literally. Let me take this
Can
off.
you just comment? If anyone has a channel, you want to be anonymous, just comment.
If you want to start a YouTube channel, if you want to like get advice on how to start on YouTube or whatever it is, whatever you're trying to do, or gaming, I wouldn't say reaction videos. If you ask me why,
It's too basic.
it's kind of popular, but not just that. You have problems with copyright and stuff. You have
And
to
it's too basic, everyone's doing it now.
Reaction videos is not about yourself. It's literally about reacting to somebody else's stuff, somebody else's content. It's not actually about you.
Yeah, I don't know, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I can't do reaction videos. That's just not my thing.
That's because everyone I know has one. Literally.
That's crazy.
I'm being serious, mate. Like, this is for real. But
Yes,
back to the
sir.
question, if you want to start a YouTube channel, me and my mate, it's UMAR. We are basically going to give free guidance. Yeah, we might not be the most popular, but it's free. We're not asking you to pay. We'll literally help you. Just shoot us a message or comment or message us on Snap or Instagram and we'll try and help you.
Definitely.
Want to be more interactive with the fans.
Exactly.
And even if you're not a fan, you're a hater, tell us what we're doing wrong.
And even if you're a hater, even better. You know why? Because I don't care about the haters. Don't pay attention to the haters because they can't do what you do. Don't let the negativity get into your head. You do whatever you want to do.
I remember back in school.
Just know they will come back to you once you make it on top.
Yeah, I remember
That's the
back in
reality.
school when I started the channel, some people clowned on it. And then, I know it's not a lot, but for younger people it is. When I got like 1,000, 1,500, everyone wanted to be in it. I didn't put half of them in. It was like, can I be in your vid? Can I be in your vid?
I remember back in high school, right? It was in history classroom, and the
Yeah, it was
teacher.
history for me as well. That's weird.
the teacher
Put it on TV.
Yeah, the teacher would tell another guy to basically take control of the monitor on the computer, to pause the video and stuff like that. So at one point, the guy secretly types in my name on YouTube, it's UMAR. And then he used to put like a vlog I used to do back in 2017 in Bolton. I've deleted it, but it's not here. It's not on my YouTube channel anymore. But it was a vlog on YouTube that I did time ago. And then everyone, the whole classroom started laughing. And the guy said, the teacher asked what happened. And then the guy goes, I glitched.
It glitched.
It glitched.
I bet he believed it as well.
I was so embarrassed. You know why? It wasn't the fact that my video was on the board. But it was my squeaky voice and the content, the way I was talking, so cringe. And I just felt like so embarrassed, like, oh my days. That's why it's not there on my YouTube channel, because I deleted it a long time ago.
You weren't the same guy that you was.
I wasn't the same as I was a few years ago. But yeah, Fat Scran Madness. Shout out to Chester's, by the way.
Shout out to Chester's, one of the
Chester's,
best.
Mo Lane. The boss name is Zubair. So Zubair, if you're watching this, I got mixed up between Irfan, as I mentioned him previously in my vlogs and podcasts. You know what I'm talking about. Your place is
The best.
it's too good.
I will come here.
Sensational.
A lot of times.
Sensational.
Honestly, I love what they've done with the place. Upstairs, it's comfortable, nice. Would recommend, definitely. 100%.
So Chester's, this is the Fat Scran you all been waiting for. Fat Scran gives you a madness. You need to try out Chester's pizza and the chips too with red salt. Don't forget about the red salt.
Come on, the topics you want to see next. We will get it certainly in the next video if it's good.
Many more podcasts in the future. And now it's time to get 200,000 subscribers and help HK Raw to get 100,000 subscribers. So he can get the YouTube silver play button.
Wow.
It was a shame that I got the small one because they literally changed it just as soon as I hit 100k.
As mentioned in the 100k vid.
I mean, at least it's still the same design, so it doesn't really matter. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Make sure you give this video a like. Subscribe for a cookie. Subscribe for a cookie, buddy.
Subscribe for a cookie, Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Subscribe for a cookie, especially if you're a bunny or you work at McDonald's, because you need a cookie. Yeah, am I right?
Specifically Bugs Bunny and Mackey's, both of you.
Make sure to comment.
I know you're watching this. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.